Hello and welcome to this video about Python's list data structure. In this video, we will learn about the concept of list slicing. List slicing is a powerful feature in Python that allows you to extract portion of a list. Let's dive into the code examples to understand how the list slicing works and how we can use it. So suppose I have a list which I will name as my list. In this list, we have elements starts from 0 to 9. We can print the list by calling the print function and passing the my list as a parameter. Now when I run this code, we should get printed complete list. Now to print a single element out of this list, you can pass the index of the list to get the element. Suppose I want to get the element at second index, run the code, and you can see we have the element index at index 2. Similarly, we can use negative indexing in Python's list. Suppose I want to get the last element of the list, so my index will be -1. And when I run the code, you see we got the element 9. Using negative indexing is useful when you don't know the length of your list. So in this case, if I don't know the length of my list, I can just pass -1, which will denote the last element or the last index of. Additionally, Python list also offer another great feature which is slicing. So slicing is use column and the value at the left of the column represent the start of the slice. Suppose I want to start the slice at index 1 and on the right the value represent the end of the slice. And if I put the value 7, this will give me the slice of the list which starts from index 1 and at index 7. Just note that it will not include the element at index 7. It will include elements starting from 1 to 6. Since 7 is our stop index or end index, that's why it will not be included. When I run this code again, you can see our slice of the list is starting from 1 till the index 7 or till the index 6. We can add one more uh, value in the slice, which is the step. The step represents how many values or how many steps Python should take to extract this slice. In this case, we have set 1. So in the slice, every next value will be included in the output slice of the list. So let's print this one and we will see every next value will be printed. And if I say I want every second value, it will skip one value and get the next value in this slice. So in the first case, when our step was 1, it was getting every next value, but we set the step as 2, skipping first value and picking the second value. Similarly, if I don't set the start and end of this slice, by default, Python will understand this as starting from the 0th index and ending at the last index of the list. And it will pick every second value from the list. So now if I run this code, you can see it's starting from the start of the list and ending at the last element of the list. We can also get slice in reverse order. Suppose I want to start from the last index, which is -1, and till 0th, which is the first index of here. We will get the slice or list, which will start from the last element of the list and end at the first element of the list, but the list will include every second element from the main list named mylist. Let's run the code and see our output. You can see it's returned an empty list. This is because we should always pass a negative value as a step when we are trying to get the slice in reverse order. In this case, it should negate or come backward. That's why we are passing the -2. as a step. So now if I print this code, we can see it started from the last element 9 till first element 0 is not part of this list, and it includes every next element from list my list. A few points to remember about list slicing. List slicing returns a new list. The original list remains unchanged. If I call this new list, and if I get the slice from my list, suppose -1 till 0, and we want every second element. Now we print new list, which is the slice of the my list and the my list. Run the code again. You can see new list is generated from my list, which contains every second element in reverse order from the main my list. Another point to remember about list slicing is when you are using negative steps, ensure that the start is greater than the stop, or you will get an empty list. That's it about Python's list slicing. I hope you learned this concept. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel. It will motivate me to create more such useful content about Python and its packages. Thank you.